if I eat the berries, it's like, well, then they die, right? And then that's the end of that guy, right? And the end of his line. And so all the optimists are dead, right? All those genes ended. And so all that's left is the pessimists that continued to believe that the worst was happening and the world and the sky was falling. But it's like the world has changed, our genetics haven't. And so it's like we have to make these conscious decisions to realizing that all of the upside is in the uncertainty. And the fact that you are uncertain, so is everyone else. But that is where the arbitrage lies. The arbitrage lies in the uncertain and the delayed. I'm going to say this again. All the upside that you want in your life is on the other side of uncertainty and delay. Everything. And it's because those are the two things that people are unwilling to bear the price of. They will not pay that price because it feels like too much, because they don't know how much they have to pay and they don't know how long they have to pay it for. But I'm telling you that it is faster than you think it is, and it is not as scary, but you have to take the first step. And this again it scales all the way up, right? Like we're taking some huge bets at acquisition.com, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't know how we're going to do it yet. But I believe that we have the ability to figure it out. Because if somebody else can figure it out, so can you. It's not like they're made of different tissue than you. It's not like they spend different money than you do. These things are solvable. And at the very least, there's somebody who knows how to solve it, and you can figure out how to do something for that person so they can help you. Whether that's money, whether it's a favor, whether that's relational capital, whatever you have to do. And so, like, if I want to transfer this to the greatest degree possible, because I had so much fear, like, what if I don't figure it out? You keep trying. If you don't figure it out, of course, like you didn't figure it out that time. You'll just figure it out the next time, right? Like unless you die, right? And this is a Jocko Willink quote, which I'm so angry that it's his quote because I love it so much. But basically, all failure besides death is psychological. Did you die? No. Did you figure it out? No. Guess what? You're not dead. Try again. And I just wish I could pass it on because like that's the worst case. And everyone's so afraid. What if it doesn't work? Okay, what if it does? Because if it doesn't work, it'll change nothing. But if it does work, it'll change everything. Okay, let's hit this. So, the girls are here too. Anera, Beauty, what's up? What's up, girl? How you living? Okay. You guys ready for numero tres? All right, then we'll do Q&A. You died. Azam, you died. Nice. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to learn anything very fast. And this is the exact process that I use to learn stuff. For the past 14 years in business, and more recently, I just broke the Guinness World Record for fastest selling nonfiction book, which generated $106 million in sales in less than 3 days. So if you see everyone who's moving ahead of you faster than you, and you hate that everyone's moving ahead faster than you, you might not be as smart as you think you are. Now, that has good news and bad news. The bad news is you might not be as smart as you think you are. The good news is it's under your control to change, and you can do it quickly. So this is the process that I'm going to walk through on how to learn anything fast. So number one is, that was pretty, I see that? That was pretty good. Hold on, we'll use the original one. That was pretty good. Okay, so number one is we have to understand what learning is, all right? So what is learning? So learning is same condition, new behavior. So that means you do something different in the same exact situation. So if I go knock, knock, and then open the door, and you say, hi, this is Alex, and then I say, close the door. Next time, I want you to say, welcome to Starbucks. So then I go, knock, knock, they open the door, and they say, welcome to Starbucks. Same condition, knock, knock, new behavior, welcome to Starbucks, right? To the same degree, if I go knock, knock after saying that, and the person says anything besides welcome to Starbucks, that person is a little dumber than the person who got it on the first shot. The number of times it takes you to change your behavior in the same condition is a dictation of how intelligent you are. Because learning is same condition, new behavior. Intelligence is speed of learning. Intelligence is a rate. It's a question of speed. If you think about how you describe somebody, like he's quick, he picks things up fast. So for you, there's a couple ways to think about this. Way one is, oh, he picks things up in terms of it takes fewer iterations for that person to change their behavior. That's good. But guess what else you can do if you're somebody who didn't have that level of, call it intellect. Let's say it does take you more iterations. Guess what you do? You can change how quickly you do them. So some people might take 3 iterations to get something right, but they delay the iterations once a week, another week, another week. If you say, I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna do 7 iterations because I'm twice as dumb as they are, but I'm gonna do them all in one day because I'm gonna not let any light in my room and I'm just gonna lock in, then guess what? You are smarter than them because you change your behavior faster than they did on a timeline basis rather than an iteration basis. So there's 2 vectors you can think of here. And this is important to me to realize this because I went to Vanderbilt, fancy school. I think it's like top 5 or 7 or whatever in the US right now. And when I was there, I felt like I had below average intelligence of the people who were in the room. And so I was like, how am I going to be able to beat these guys? And so I just said, oh, okay, I'll